boost comes in, boy, you can feel it. Holy, it does pull pretty good.
I mean, that's good for a stock Chevy truck.
Yeah, I mean, for a big, heavy 3/4 ton turd, you know?
Yeah, it's not like the box isn't full. Like, I mean,
yeah,
so.
It ain't bad. It cruises down the road, though.
It cruises great.
Yeah, this is Sonny's beautiful truck.
It was really expensive.
It's really a pile. This is what he says he's going to drive this winter. He doesn't want to drive his Dale truck. And so his good, sensible truck has now become very unsensible.
Sensible.
One of the dumbest ideas I've seen. And what did this turbo come from?
This is from I believe a 15-liter Detroit.
Yeah.
It's a Ford S475.
Variable vane.
Variable vane, so I'm gonna have to figure on something to just adjust the vanes where I want them. And the good part is, if it spools up hard, I can probably jack with the vane and make it so it spools good, or make it so it's harder to spool so it doesn't, you know, blow.
Why do you need this on a daily? Just out of curiosity.
Because the manifold was broken.
Because the manifold was broken.
Yeah. See the two-part exhaust manifold?
I can see the two-part exhaust manifold. How come you couldn't just change the manifold?
Because it was made into a turbo manifold, my replacement one. So I had no choice.
No choice.
Like my electric fans I also put in there?
Yeah. And
Little tech tip.
Because you needed to save horsepower? Or
No,
what?
because the mechanical fans go up and hit these. You can't put a charge tube on
What
these.
did the electric fan come from?
An 06 model.
Bolts right in.
Yep, they're a direct fit in this from the Cat-Eye trucks, because the Cat-Eye trucks, most of them had the electric fan after I think 05. So all those trucks all the way up until 07 had the same thing, and it's a direct bolt in. I actually can take a wire from the computer and run an electric fan with that.
Yeah.
But this is a shit box, so I mean it's gonna get a relay and a toggle switch.
Toggle
so
switch.
Like, you know.
There you go. But you're going to break into the computer anyway. Why wouldn't you just...
Because I don't have to touch the wiring.
And then, so, I mean, is this getting a stock out of the hood or actual exhaust?
No, it's going to get a full 4-inch exhaust. I can go right through there. I got a huge hole to shoot for with my pipe.
Oh, so you're going to put it right in beside your Y pipe?
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go in beside my Y pipe. Now that Y pipe ended up being that way, not because I wanted it to be. It kind of had a slight miscalculation.
Yeah, it doesn't look that efficient. I have to say.
It's a log. I mean,
yeah, it's
a log.
It's a T.
Yeah, it's an exhaust T.
Yeah.
So we're not going to worry about that.
And spark plug wires are going to have to be very thermally protected.
Well, I was thinking I was going to order up some header wrap to hide that disgustingness. And beyond that, I also have a full set of spark plug wire loop protector units.
Yeah, they're almost long enough to cover the whole wire.
The whole wire, that's exactly.
That'll probably do the job for you.
So I'm going to order on a roll of header wrap. I'm going to wrap the header, and I'm going to put these fellers on, and I believe that'll take care.
And then you're going to uncap these injectors.
And yep, I got to pull the injectors decap. I got to weld this shut. I got to cut this the rest of the way off, pinch that, weld that shut.
This is really junky.
Oh, that's a junky deal.
This is amazingly junky.
Now, you want to know a really cool LS tip? I don't know where the part went, but these factory for the oil fill have a raised oil fill tube.
Yeah.
Which was going to be in contact, so you can twist the oil fill tube out, and the cap attaches right in the valve cover exactly the same way.
Yeah.
So cool tech tip for that, you just unspin that.
Who has one? Do you have a raised one on something?
I was on this. I think it must be just right around here. Oh, right here.
Everything is so organized. There it is.
So that twists in exactly the same way the cap twists in there. So that would go up in the valve cover like that, and the cap would go there.
But you can't use that on the turbo?
No, it wants to hit. Technically, I can keep this in the glove box, and if I want to do an oil change,
I was going to say, so you fill your oil out.
Put that in, and it'll fill fine.
Yeah, so modified filler.
So tech tip.
Boy, the coils, everything look really nice on this thing.
Yeah, they look premium.
Completely rust free. You don't have to pay for the rust.
Well, if you go ahead and take a gander under the other side of the truck at the aluminum floor pack, it would really make you think it's rusted. You know, and I cleaned the seats with the air gun. Like, I blew it off with compressed air, so I feel like these gears...
It is a beauty. What is this thing on the front supposed to be for?
Oh, it's a plow mount.
High-tech plow.
You know what's actually really nice about this? Is like, it's very good. And if you want to work on it, just...
You need to make a step you could just stick in there.
Hey, just work out.
Makes turbo noises.
Yeah.
It's alright considering you haven't tuned in the missing half the sensor. You haven't told it to have the half sensor. Like the turbo is really super ambitious, does it?
When I sprayed WD-40 down the hose and it spun for like 5 minutes.
Oh, it did.
That oil in there is like 50 weight, and like I don't know when it was ever changed.
Oh yeah.
Like it looks like 50,000 kilometer oil.
How bad's it gonna knock when you change it?
I don't know. But I'm gonna put straight 40 in it, so it's not exactly gonna be not viscous. It's just gonna be like fresh viscous.
You have no oil cooler anymore.
Nope.
Oh yeah. What could go wrong?
I need to get my dip sticker back in there. That's my.
Why is the dipstick hidden nail behind the turbo?
Well, no, but the dip sticker would have been kind of where the manifold is, so I've got to come up with a little.
What do you do for your spark plug wires so they didn't burn off?
I put heat wrap on them for now. I'm gonna order probably like or cut up these spark plug wires and make some longer ones that I can loop back around the back.
Yeah. Relocate your coils.
Or I'll relocate. Yeah, just relocate the coils maybe up here, some shit like that. I don't know.
Might work fine with that wrap. Those boots seem pretty good.
Well, what I was wondering too is if I got some steel zip ties, I could maybe even heat wrap the manifold between that and the wrap on those.
Yeah, you didn't put the header wrap on that. You said you were going to put header wrap on.
No, I didn't have steel zip ties.
Could use fence wire. I mean,
Fuck, I mean, who really at this point?
who would notice?
So I got to do this because I'm sure this is still a vacuum leak.
Not like this is a show truck.
Well, I mean, come on. I wouldn't show it to anybody I really cared about showing it to, but I'd show it, like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Show truck, mon âme.
Well, I'll be curious to see how it goes.
So, long story short, I've struggled about 3 hours on this rig trying to figure out why it wouldn't rev past $2,000. Apparently, long story short, I had to set up my MAF different because in HP tuners, they're not made to tune in speed density like you have to on a like on these ECUs. They're not made to do that like you would on a turbo rig. So I set it up so you have to fail the MAF first, so it says, oh shit, I don't have a MAF sensor, and then it'll start working at speed density. So I had to fail that differently. I had it set up wrong for an MIL on the second error, so I had to put it on first error, and I clipped one wire. I clipped the input wire, so it's like it knows immediately, oh shit, we have a problem. But no, so now it's just using that sensor as an airtime sensor.
That seems to run pretty good. Stand on
it. Look at how much it huffs smoke.
Oh my god.
Like after you let off of it, it just, the diesel, but diesel on turbos always does that.
Yeah, your car does it. That's a lot of smoke though.
Yeah, that turbo seal is bad.
Yeah.
And I don't mean a little bit.
Oh well.
Maybe we get a rebuild kit for that old girl.
You may have to. So we have high dollar exhaust going into this somewhat modified 6.0
It's not, no, it's stock 6 liter.
Yeah. Stock 6 liter with a 4-inch downpipe from the turbo.
Yeah.
So the low buck exhaust to fly under the radar and hopefully not get arrested is a 6.6 diesel exhaust system.
Yep. Old Dirty Max system.
Be curious if it doesn't just completely castrate it, it will work pretty good.
So basically right there it connects to our 4-inch down. 4-inch down. We have the old stock Y pipe that just 4-inch down pipe with a V-band right there and piquettes because I ran out of bends and I gotta weld that lap joint and find some hangers. Got one hanger on it.
So a $25 exhaust system.
Yep, paid 25 bucks.
A free turbo, which is going to get replaced with
a $1,000 turbo.
$1,000 turbo because it, you know, leaks oil like a son of a bitch and it's so seized up we can't get it apart. So it's it will have a new turbo, but everything else didn't cost.
Total investment is very low. It's still running on the stock fuel pump, which I have a Walbro 450 for it, but it hasn't needed it.
That will.
I mean, I've been watching injector duty
But
cycle.
you know you're going to boost more.
Probably eventually. Like, I'm going to have to put that in eventually. But the long story short with this is...
I'm thinking for the winter, you're probably okay.
Yeah. So, 6 liter stock deal, electric fans from a Gen 4 truck because that fits right in. I actually...
Super good. Did you ever wire
I never
those
wired
so
them.
they
It doesn't
actually
even
work?
get warm. Like,
Yeah, well,
so I'm going to go...
will.
I'm going to get a relay and a switch. I could trigger it off the ECU, but I'm lazy.
You could just put one of those thermostat switches in there too.
That's expensive.
I have one here somewhere for my 57 that's still on a toggle switch. That they'll burnt the toggle switch. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean, the long story short with this deal, I have decapped stock truck injectors that I did right here. I got a Kenny U-pull fuel rail because this one was rusty. I mean, if you look at this truck, you can't imagine that anything
Oh,
would
the
be
cross
wrong.
member's beautiful. I mean, this is exceptional. This is like, look at this.
Stop it, you're breaking it.
I know.
No more braking.
The shock delete package is very high performance. that is exceptional.
You gotta really love that.
You know, and I mean the crack on the cross member. Now,
For the other shock.
now the other cross member, you know, since we're going down this road, just drive a piece of pipe through from the outside,
I'm gonna.
and then weld
I
that.
actually need to like figure out a way to create a shock mount back here. So because if we get doing any high performance sends,
How
this
you create a
thing's
shock mount back here is to make a new cross member that actually can hold a shock. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
yes,
not
like that.
really.
That tin garbage needs to come out of there. And it needs a pipe welded across it.
That's what it needs.
So I mean that'll
That's what.
that'll probably unfortunately have to happen. Maybe a guy will even, no, never mind.
So then, how long until the new anti-roll bar goes in here and the?
It's a leaf spring deal. It doesn't need an any roll.
I see. Caltrax.
We'll do a homemade cow track.
Yeah.
I mean,
This thing will never see spring. It'll
will.
be.
it will.
You'll run out of talent and.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. I don't think this turbo engine is going to work out well at all for a winter vehicle.
But you don't have to use the turbo if you don't want to. It's totally dependent on your foot.
In your brain.
Yeah, that's a concern, but
All right. Well, we'll fire this up when it's done.
yes, sir.
It sounds stock.
It does.
Wow, it just sounds like one of these trucks does stock, like literally.
Sure.
Louder than stock.
No. I don't think so. We'll stand on it. Might be a little rich.
Well, it's like full starter.
It looks like a diesel.
Well, we get started in full rev and they do that.
I think we might want to open the door.
It just zero vacuums like that.
Hey.
It just zero vacuums like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
all this stuff.
Definitely needs power steering fluid.
Something. A new turbo on that old truck was like a $10 dress on a $5 hooker. Hard to turn. It just pukes out the gate, doesn't it?
It does.
As soon as you hear the exhaust get loud.
It's lean with RPM, so I think it's just in the fuel.
Is it lean with RPM now?
I think it's just in the fuel table.
Oh, maybe. I mean, it could be fuel pump too, but
Could be.
you put your new pump in it.
It's rich there, but then it gets
Yeah.
up and
It goes higher and it goes lean.
yeah,
That almost sounds like pump.
might be. Probably should just do the pump.
I think so. You're gonna have to eventually, because you know you're gonna do something stupid.
Turning it up.
You know you're gonna race it.
Probably. I'm curious to see, like, I mean, because this would have been a slow pit stop. Like,
Oh yeah.
this thing was like an 18-second rig, like originally.
It ain't gonna be fast even still, because
No, if I can make it go like a 13, I'd be pretty happy.
the transmission is just such a pig though.
Yeah, it is. Like, it won't even, like, it won't allow you to do
Yeah,
anything.
no. I think when you lay the boost to it, it's just gonna go like, yeah, I'm done. It definitely cruises around.
It cruises fair. Because turbo's
13, 13.
yeah, well, like his turbo, that's like zero boost or zero vacuum too. Like,
It definitely pulls good. It
Yeah.
ain't a race truck.
no, but it's 6,000 pounds. Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty fair. And it's on a fuel pump.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Dad.
I have to try this fine piece of technology you've built. Because it's,
So we got the new fuel pump in her last night.
they're all tuned up, or
Got her
mostly tuned up.
Mostly tuned up. Kind of guesstimated on the tune up a little bit, but kind of got it running a mid-11 air fuel deal on the floor. So, I mean, I feel like that's gonna work. So, I mean, this is the
Boost comes in, boy, you can feel it. Holy, it does pull pretty good.
I mean, that's good for a stock Chevy truck.
Yeah, I mean, for a big, heavy 3/4 ton turd, you know?
Yeah, it's not like the box isn't full. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, so
It ain't bad. It cruises down the road, though.
it cruises great.
Yeah.
I mean, it just,
You get into the hill here. And
you get into it, it richens a skosh, but I mean, it runs.
Yeah, it's
just-
13 volt. I'm not in it very hard.
No,
like-
but I mean, it's good because if it builds some boost, it's good. I mean, it cruises.
When I'm under vacuum there, it's quite lean.
If you give it like quarter throttle too, or half throttle, it builds some boost up.
What a turd.
So now you can see why this is addictive.
It doesn't shoot smoke like it used to.
No, it did the first time I drove it, but it was, I think it was burning the oil out of
Yeah,
that
the muffler.
muffler.
Yeah.
So
Those mufflers will store for a bit of oil.
no, it's pretty quiet. The wastegate definitely opens. It's like one of those Mustangs with that dual action muffler that opens
As
under
soon as
wide
you hear the
open.
exhaust get loud, you know the wastegate open.
Yeah, but there it makes like a couple pounds,
Yeah,
and
it's pretty, you step on it, it's like a pound there.
it just helps you get up the hill. It doesn't. It's not.
Well, you don't get off the throttle very much just to drive it.
No.
Like, it's pretty good. It
Well-
cruises very easily.
Yeah. No, it kind of maintains stock drivability.
It does. Actually, it's extremely stock drivability. But you do have balls and you want it.
Yeah.
Question of whether the motor is going to survive if you hitch it to a trailer, but
I would think within reasonable inlet air temperatures, it would for a long ass time, personally.
definitely puts a little boost in it going up the hill, though.
Yeah, which helps it.
Goes up to yeah.
Like,
Pulls all right. Now you've made like your own EcoBoost.
yeah, because but seriously,
Except
before
twice the size of 4 times the size of turbo.
But before, seriously, this thing you had to be like 3/4 throttle to go up hills, and it was just a puke. I love how it's just like, because when you mat it, that's what it felt like stock.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and wait, loading, boom.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly spool the turbo up instantaneously.
But if you're at like 100 on the highway and it can downshift to like 4,500, it lights it right there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit of a turd though until the boost comes in.
It is. Well, that's how it felt stock. So
Yeah.
that's how you can tell the difference between.
I know.
Oh, it's one of your mother's friends. Be a shame if somebody.
Good old back brakes.
Your mother's. Oh, who are these hooligans in this old pickup truck?
What a turd. It's a fun old turd now.
No, it's pretty mint. Like, it made it much more enjoyable.
It's too bad it didn't have a little more snort right away, but it kind of.
Well, I honestly believe that a torque converter would make
I think,
all the difference.
I think maybe we didn't need
That big of a turbo?
That big of a turbo.
Maybe a T4, but
You know,
I'm a big T6
I mean,
guy.
yeah, but like if you want to drive it at 5,000 RPM, it works good.
Yeah, but I mean, what my thinking was, I didn't want it making boost in hills, so it wasn't like detonating and blowing up, and I didn't want it necessarily to have uncontrollable boost.
You got your wish.
No, but I didn't want it to have uncontrollable boost in the winter.
I still think we need to hitch it to a trailer and see what it does.
I'm down. It has the fifth wheel player. It has the fifth wheel plate in the box.
We should hook onto the horse trailer.
We should hook onto the horse trailer with it.
It'd be interesting.
It would be. I think Rio would get to his destination really fast. What an old rig.